Hi, this is Carlin Laborio, and we're going to talk about types of ECRs. You might be wondering, how can your students tell the difference between an informational or regular ECR versus an argumentative? Well, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks in this video. So first of all, let's look at how has argumentative been tested previously. So if we look at the patterns here, third grade was the first grade that ever got argumentative. It was the first year of STAR 2023. Fourth grade had it last year, 2025. Sixth grade had it in 2025, and seventh grade had it in 2024. To date, making this video today in 2026, so far, fifth grade has yet to have argumentative. Eighth grade, all the way to English 2, has not had argumentative yet. So, could they be getting it this year? Maybe. I cannot predict the future, but let's talk about how you can prepare your students to know the difference besides just looking at the prompt. Okay, so first we're going to look at an example of regular ECR, otherwise known as informational ECR. Now, the two things that I want you to notice besides the prompt, which is not asking the students to make a choice, if you look in that third paragraph where it starts with the word write a well-organized blank. This is where you can get your kids to highlight this part. And in this one, it says informational essay. And then the first bullet point says central idea. Now, if you look at the next one, this one is English. Wait, this one is 2025. This one is 2024. Same grade, fifth grade. And now they're changing the word to informational composition. So over here we had essay, and here we have composition. The first bullet point is still central idea. So sometimes you're going to see essay, and sometimes you're going to see composition. But notice it has the word informational, and it usually is going to say central idea. If it is elementary school, it's going to say controlling idea if it's sixth or seventh grade. And let's look at high school. On high school, they're going to change it to thesis. So this one says informational composition, but you might see some that say informational essay. Okay, now let's look at how argumentative looks different. So going back to that third paragraph that starts with the word write a well-organized, now it says argumentative essay. So it's telling the students that it's argumentative. And this was an old one. This was the first year they did STAR. And if you look at that first bullet point, it says central idea. But all the other ones that I'm going to show you, they started changing it to claim. Okay, clearly state your claim. I'm going to show you. But also you can point out to the kids that sometimes they will have clue words like or, opinion. Let's look at some other ones. This one was recent, 2025. It has the word or, it has should, it has the word not, and it has claim in that first bullet point. And this one uses argumentative essay. 2025, this one is sixth grade. Argumentative letter, a letter is only sixth grade and up. And this one was really tricky because it doesn't say or, it doesn't give them a choice. The only clue word that gives them the choice is the word whether. Okay, but it does say argumentative letter and it does say claim. The next one is should. It has or and it has why or why not. It has argumentative essay and it has claim. This was seventh grade 2024. And that's the last one. So if you go into the scoring guides, that is where I found these. I took screenshots from the scoring guides. You can also go on Cambium. But I hope this quick video helped you to give your kids some clues that they can look for, as well as looking at the prompt and exposing them to different prompts, giving them prompts for poetry, fiction, paired passages, nonfiction, and argumentative. So you want to kind of give them practice with all of those. Do I think eighth grade and up might have argumentative this year, as well as fifth grade? I think there's a high possibility. but I would still practice all of the possibilities. All right. Reach out if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.